My mission is simple, to make you money. I'm here to level the playing field for all investors. There's always a bull market somewhere, and I promise to help you find it. Mad Money starts now. Hey, I'm Cramer. Welcome to Mad Money. Welcome to the Woodstock of AI, Nvidia's GPU Tech Conference. Other people, my friends, I'm just trying to make you a little money. My job is not just to entertain, but to explain this stuff. So call me at 1-800-743-CBC or tweet me at Jim Cramer. When it comes to tech, we throw around the same buzzwords over and over. Ecosystem, platform, software as a service, all terms that have become authentic Silicon Valley gibberish. And then there's Nvidia, a company that has more partnerships in and out of tech than just about any business in the world. On day 2 of our trip to the West Coast, we went from booth to booth at the most exciting trade show on earth. And I marveled at what the non-tech companies are doing with NVIDIA's accelerated computing and generative AI technology. I think the non-tech partners could represent the best opportunities because they fly under the radar compared to the mega-cap techs that we're always hearing about and talking about. So on a day when the Dow rallied 320 points, S&P gained 0.56%, and the Nasdaq advanced 0.39%, let me explain the unsung heroes of the GTC conference. If you look at the customer list for NVIDIA's new Blackwell chip, which can cost as much as 40 G's, you see the familiar names in Meta, Supermicro, Microsoft, Google, Oracle, Tesla. We're talking to Synopsys tonight, big name in electronic design automation software. Great stock. Then you also see outfits like L'Oreal, Capital One, BMW, PayPal, Pinterest, Ford Motor, Medtronic, Rockwell Automation, not to mention Johnson & Johnson, Getty Images, and Shutterstock. Hey, let's break some of these down because they explain the reach that NVIDIA has. And they can point us to who's getting it right with Jensen, which matters because if you don't get it right, I think your business falls behind. Sell. We'll start with the last two that I mentioned, Getty Images and Shutterstock. Now, they got mentioned multiple times because they have the images that can be fed into this new Blackwell chip to teach it to recognize things. Now, I haven't been a fan of Getty because it came public via a SPAC deal. And the vast majority of those were garbage, with only a few exceptions, like Vertiv or DraftKings. Getty's had stagnant revenues for the last 3 years, and the stock has been a real bow wow. But it's time to crack open the books on this one, because on its recent conference call, management talked about its partnership, yes, with NVIDIA, and how they'll be, and I quote, releasing a newly trained model soon, and we will also enable AI capabilities across our entire pre-shot creative library, end quote. They're also launching video partnership with NVIDIA. Hey, that's precisely what Jensen Huang's been talking about. Video, pictures could breathe some new life into Getty. Same deal with Shutterstock. Similar business, flat revenues, but now they're working with NVIDIA. I think both these companies need to be reassessed simply by virtue of them being spoken about positively in relation to generative artificial intelligence learning in this room. Getty's pure speculation. Shutterstock could prove to be a real investment if that Blackwell business is big enough. I saw from Jensen's keynote that a German company, Siemens, is the most progressive company when it comes to building digital twin factories for its clients. That's the process of simulating a factory right down to the floor to get it right before you build anything, eliminating waste, and things that just don't work well. Again, worth looking into. It's the medical device companies, though, that I find most intriguing as investments. Take Medtronic, a company that I spoke highly of after hearing from them speaking at the JP Morgan Healthcare Conference back in San Francisco in January. And a little notice release a year ago. NVIDIA announced that it's beginning to collaborate with Medtronic to bring out AI-based solutions for patient care. Specifically, they're working with NVIDIA to develop a smarter, more effective colonoscopy module. NVIDIA is like a colonoscopy co-pilot, helping to reduce the rate of missed polyps, avoiding cancer. Then there's migraine. As someone who, before treatment, averaged 26 migraine a month, let me tell you, it's enough to propel me to be the chief spokesperson for the Migraine Foundation in America. I want to know what Medtronic's doing in neuromodulation. Tinkering with the brain is tough enough. Maybe NVIDIA can help them and help the American Migraine Foundation get the breakthroughs that we're all looking for. I sure hope so. Medtronic also specializes in hypertension. Talk about a disease that's ripe for new AI-inspired treatment. Janssen praised Johnson & Johnson for trying to automate the entire operating room, something that could be a needle mover for J&J, if not for all the devastating asbestos talc lawsuits. I'm also, you know what, I actually am tempted to buy this darn stock. It is the cheapest I've ever seen it be. But as I told members of the CNBC Investing Club, you can't own something that's besieged by litigation. It won't work. It's a shame because J&J is clearly leading the way in terms of working to digitize the hospital with accelerated computing and, yes, generative AI. What else? I was gratified to hear that GE Healthcare got mentioned a couple of times. GE Healthcare, charitable trust name, has been soaring of late. And a lot of that strength comes from new equipment that can examine patterns and suggest courses of care. Inference, the inference produced by Nvidia's superchip, something that will only get better when Blackwell, the next generation chip, comes out. I know from the cybersecurity companies I speak to that JP Morgan is often mentioned as the class of the field when it comes to fraud detection, when it comes to risk management. Sure enough, they use Nvidia to calculate risk in almost real time. Reason to own the stock? Look, when you decide to buy it financially at JP Morgan, you want to have risk safeguards. Who knows what might have happened if the banks that went under during the mini crisis last year had the ability to make those calculations immediately rather than overnight. Maybe they wouldn't have fallen apart. Okay, so we don't know if any of these things are necessarily additive to earnings per share, at least not yet. But that's not how you should think about it when you think about picking stocks. You know what? Sometimes you need to work backwards. J&J wants to automate the entire operating room. Hey, what does that say about Intuitive Surgical? Stock I like very much. Medtronic might have a new colonoscopy that doesn't miss a cancerous polyp, or heaven forbid, something that might work on my brain to beat the impossible migraine. Well, it'll work. Maybe. Here's the bottom line. You need knowledge to make money. The knowledge isn't always in the conference call or the analyst reports. Sometimes it's right here, like the purloined letter, hidden in glorious plain sight. You just have to get off the desk and find it by going to the GPU Technology Conference of Nvidia and seeing who's showing off their wares at the most important AI event of the year. Let's take calls. Let's go to Robert in New York. Robert.
Jim, I've got to thank you for making me financially independent. You have done it for me, and I tell you this all the time. And because of you, I can get on a plane and fly first class without worrying about money, because I've watched you and I've listened to your guidance. But I know you're pressed for time. Let's talk about it.
No, I have time to thank you, sir. Thank you.
Oh, Jim.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah.
Let's talk about a stock that has a high of $157 and a low of around 94. The earnings are due out on April 18. The company is expected to report EPS of $3.09, up 13% from the prior quarter. And the company is D.R. Horton.
Okay, this is going to be tough because the more the Fed meets, there's always some yahoos who think that the Fed did something wrong, and that brings Horton down. If I wanted to buy the stock, I wait 3 days, and then I buy Horton, which is a fabulous home builder. Lennar and Toll, though, are indeed my two favorites, and thank you for the kind comments. Look, you need knowledge to make money. And that's why we're here. On Mad Money tonight, I'm bringing you tonight's show from the floor of Nvidia's GTC event, in case you figure out what the heck this is, hitting all things AI from the heart of innovation. I'm kicking things off with the first part of my conversation with the godfather of AI himself, Jensen Huang. You do not want to miss this. Then I've got the CEO of chip designer Synopsys working closely with Nvidia to create these newly announced groundbreaking chips. And I'm hearing about the latest in AI innovation from Snowflake. I know which one you like, with the company's new CEO. So stay with Cramer.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on X. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadMentions. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.